In one of the toughest battles the Ukrainian army has faced recently, Russian forces tried to attack the town of Torets after weeks of smaller attacks. They tried to break through the Ukrainian lines, but the Ukrainians fought back strongly and won the battle. The fighting started early in the morning when a unit from the Ukrainian 3rd Mechanized Battalion spotted two heavily armored Russian tanks moving with soldiers toward the front lines. Ukrainian forces said the tanks were covered with homemade armor, making them almost like moving fortresses. This showed Russia was planning a bigger attack. But the Ukrainians were ready. Troops from the 28th Motorized Rifle Brigade, with help from nearby units, reacted fast. Even though the tanks were well protected, the combined power of Ukrainian forces, including drones and air support, was very strong. As the Russian tanks tried to move through the woods to get their soldiers into position, Ukrainian drone pilots targeted them exactly. One shot, our troops hit them hard and precisely, said a Ukrainian soldier. The tanks looked like mobile bunkers, but even bunkers can catch fire. And when they started scattering into the trees, we were waiting. According to reports from the field, enemy infantry attempted to spread out and use the tree line to avoid clearings. However, the forest offered no cover. One drone operator described it as a drone swarm hunting, a coordinated attack on the landing point that confused the Russian forces. Despite their reinforced armor, the tanks did not hold out for long. One tank was hit several times by an FPV drone and eventually caught fire, its crew abandoning the vehicle before being captured or killed. The second tank attempted to retreat and take a more concealed route, but was then ambushed by an anti-tank missile team and destroyed. At the end of the battle, Ukraine reported no breaches of its defense lines and confirmed the destruction of both enemy tanks, along with at least 2 infantry platoons. It was a real test of courage and skill, said Rom, a drone operator from the 28th Brigade. But we worked as a team. Everyone worked together: scouts, drone pilots, riflemen. That's why we stopped them so decisively. Another soldier added, obviously the Russians thought they would crush us with brute force, but instead they ran into a defensive wall. They still think it's 2022 and we've evolved. Military analysts note that the battle for the tower reflects Russia's increasing desperation to break through the defense line using outdated tactics combined with increased improvisation. In contrast, Ukraine's use of modern drone warfare, battlefield intelligence, and a decentralized command structure has demonstrated significant effectiveness. The victory at Toretsk not only halted a major offensive, but also sent a message. The Ukrainian defense line is holding and fighting back harder than ever. However, soldiers warn that more attacks are likely. The enemy will not stop unless forced to, said a veteran sergeant. But this battle proved that it can be stopped and will continue. Although the battle ended with a clear Ukrainian victory, troops acknowledged the losses and intensity of the fighting. The fighting was good but difficult, added one soldier. The enemy won't stop by himself, but he can be stopped, and we are doing just that. The battle marks a turning point in the Torets direction, demonstrating both the resilience of Ukrainian forces and the increasing role of advanced drone warfare on the battlefield. With morale bolstered and the line held, Ukrainian units remain vigilant against future escalations. Citing data collected by the War Spying Project, an open-source monitor of Russian military losses, Dialogue.ua noted that the number of Russian tanks lost in the war zone hit an all-time low in May 2025, not because they were being better protected, but because they simply no longer exist. The enemy won't stop by himself, but he can be stopped, and we are doing just that. The battle marks a turning point in the Torets direction, demonstrating both the resilience of Ukrainian forces and the increasing role of advanced drone warfare on the battlefield. With morale bolstered and the line held, Ukrainian units remain vigilant against future escalations. Citing data collected by the War Spying Project, an open-source monitor of Russian military losses, Dialogue.ua noted that the number of Russian tanks lost in the war zone hit an all-time low in May 2025, not because they were being better protected, but because they simply no longer exist. Then, a few weeks later, The Ukrainian Defense Ministry's main director of intelligence reported that due to the large-scale, irretrievable losses of weapons and military equipment sustained during the war against Ukraine, Russia had been forced to deploy obsolete tanks to Tver due to a lack of their modern equivalents, or even comparatively up-to-date Soviet-era combat vehicles. In particular, the GUR noted that 1960s-era T-62 tanks were being readied for combat at a repair plant in Russia's far eastern Zbykalsky region, before being deployed to western Russia from the Eastern Military District. The technical condition of most of these vehicles, according to the GUR, was unsatisfactory, as they had been stored outdoors for decades without ever being serviced. As of the start of July, according to Russian news analysis, Russian warehouses only contained 251 reserve tanks judged to be in good condition, another 1,804 tanks in poor condition, and another 1,287 tanks deemed only suitable for spare parts.